All right. Now let's make sure I'm actually streaming this time. Fantastic. Looks like all my devices are capturing. All right. Excellent. So, hey, it's been a while. um, Life got busy. Um, and now, kind of thankfully, things have opened up a bit, so I have some time to do some streaming again. Now, for those of you that know, I've been waiting for SD Generation Eternal here for a long time. Um, some of you may also know that there was an event in LA a few years back where I got to try this game in an earlier state. We got to give a bunch of feedback, and it was pretty great. It's been a long time, and I'm hoping, really, really hoping, that the game lives up to what I'm expecting of it, I guess is the best way to put it. I did, up to this point, just the basic tutorial, which is done during the downloading, which I like a lot, actually. It also looks like my mic is peaking. Give me a second here. Let me modify one of those filters. Because I don't think I need the gain up that high. This should be better, and I shouldn't be peaking as often. Best way to put this for Eternal. When I first heard about the game when it was pitched, alright, it's pretty much just a Generations game on mobile. And that clicked for me. Because my typical gripe when it comes to strategy games and I'm not going to say RTS because this really isn't an RTS, but the strategy tactics games and stuff is more often than not how long they expect you to be rooted into one place to play the game and how much you have to commit to remembering what you're doing. Granted, those games are typically short, 15, 20 missions, sometimes more, and they're really in depth. I'm hoping this game hits that really healthy sweet spot where we have a game that allows us to enjoy the whole tactic strategy thing while maintaining the mobile side, which lets me just put it down when I need to do other things, and pick it up when I want to. Yeah, I'm just fingers crossed. And that's pretty much what I'm hoping going into this. Like I said, all I did was the tutorial and the basic install at the beginning and setting my account name. As I was saying, I love the fact that they kind of baked the tutorial into that initial downloading phase so that while you're waiting for the game to even become playable, they have a way for you to start progressing and get a general grasp of the mechanics. I found that really interesting. Now we're going to continue with where this game left me off, which is put your name in, and we're going to go from there. And we're going to see what this has to offer. Starting with the OG, old grandpa. Let's see where we go from here. Oh. Oh yeah, the old story. Now, okay, that is going to be, I think, my single biggest gripe with this game, and I think it's my gripe with every single Gundam game that works in this general sphere. They work on the assumption that someone joining in doesn't know the story, which is a safe bet considering Gundam as a whole. But it also means every single time I start a new multiverse Gundam game like this, it's like, all right, time to dump another repeat of whatever the series is on your head. And while it's really nice for recap and for people that may not know what's going on, Now, same vein, some of you may notice that the actual perspective of the game that I'm streaming is a little off. You can tell by the taps, because the taps are perfect circles, but on mine they're a little squished. And that's for one very specific reason. Give me a second here. If I oh, am I not allowed to edit the transform while we're running? Oh yeah, right, hold on, I locked it. Of course, that'd be why I can't. But if I transform this back to normal, that's what I'm working with, right? So I could just kind of pack it here in the middle. You know what, we'll do this for a bit. We'll see how this jives. I just wanted to avoid having, you know, a ton of empty space kind of thing, right? And I'm not a big fan of the bright background personally, so I said we'll just cram it all in. But we'll see how this works. We'll see how this goes. Ah, good old Operation British, I believe it was, the OG colony draw. You know what? I really don't want to see G Gundam repeated for like the umpteenth time. We're just gonna hit skip, get to the game. Alright, straightforward enough. Now, I am going to transition using my actual interface here. Alright. Do I need to play on the phone? Actually, on that note, hold on. Can I use... Yeah, I can. Perfect. So you're not going to see any changes here, but it'll make my battery last so much longer. Alright. Oh, I'm still in a soft tutorial, am I? Okay. Actually, wait, can I modify my game settings? Oh no, I'm locked in, okay. Because the menu definitely did not allow me to get into settings or anything, which sucked. Yeah. I will say I do like the animations. I hope that holds up. Let me guess, get the next guy? I actually really want to know if you can lose this map, because I'm pretty sure it forces you at gunpoint to win. Now, do I have access to... No, I don't have access to any of the settings, because that'd be too nice. Man, yeah, they really don't let you have a lot of control even after the tutorial. Shame. I was definitely hoping to have a little bit of operational freedom here, because they even say that when you're on the main menu, like, oh hey, you know, we're not going to be too controlling, you know, explore and figure things out, and then they immediately railroad you. Well, as long as the tutorial doesn't drag on forever, that's always going to be my biggest gripe with this type of game, is when the tutorial never ends. Alright, so you can capture enemy suits, and I guess that's where the development thing comes in. Okay, straightforward enough. Multi-squad, build a squad, assign a pilot. Now, it should be noted, I never got to try this game in any of the betas. I only got that one test in LA, and that was a long time ago. For whatever reason, if you were an iPhone user, you could test this game out during the beta tests in Canada, but Android couldn't. So I got very little actual hands-on with this, which kind of sad, honestly. Yeah, we're gonna just absolutely turn you to paste. Beautiful. I didn't pay too much attention to the animations originally when I was doing the tutorials, so... His counterattack was a fail. The good old Heat Hawk. My next biggest curiosity here, outside of how well it handles like compressing the maps down to something more viable for short-term burst gameplay, I'm really curious as to how the gacha works. To my recollection, and this is going to be a little bit of out of date, I hope, but they have your standard gacha, like almost every gacha game does, but they had the Eternal Arm system, which you had a percentile chance of obtaining when you got the signature mobile suit in the gacha. So it'd be like, you got the mobile suit, and let's say it was the Strike Freedom on banner, you get it at whatever rate it is to get the top tier item, and then there was a whatever percent chance on top of that to get the Eternal Arm. And I really hope that I'm remembering incorrectly or that's changed, because that was, oh man. I really hope I can poke around this a little bit, because I've had enough of being on rails. I understand the need for tutorials, honestly, but I really wish they just had a general button to be like, yeah, hey, I know what I'm doing, let me just play. Alright, gotcha. Let's see what we got. Oh, we can just freely reroll until we're happy. So that's the second best. So the typical is, here's a free 10 roll on us, have your fun. Alright, cool. The next best up is free roll until you get the unit you want, and then play the game. And that's not bad. I like that a lot. That gives the player a lot of freedom to just kind of sit there until they're happy. Awesome. The best one, though, that I have found, and they've done it before with Crestoria, is pick your starter and get a 10 roll. So you just do your 10 roll, you get whatever rare character that they give you from there, and then you get to pick another one that you actually want to use if you didn't get it from that roll. So that way, players that enjoy a little bit of RNG in their life can still get, you know, that RNG off the rip, but in the same vein, you can start the game with who you want without having to infinitely re-roll or sit there for hours, right? I remember doing that with, why am I forgetting the name of the game? Dragalia Lost. I really, oh, hey, cool. All right, nice. I stopped thinking around to watching that. Play them all. All right. A lot of starting stuff. Anyways, as I was saying, Um, it can be a real pain to sit there and re-roll. When Dragalia Lost launched, I just wanted a dragon and an SSR character of the same element, right? I didn't think it would be that hard because the rates for both of them were like 6% or something. Now, don't tell Psy Games, even though I know the game is closed, but I multi-boxed. I had, I think, at one point, like 7 of these things going at the same time, trying to re-roll. And I was there for 6-7 hours, re-rolling, and I never got the combo. And I just stopped, I dropped the game, and I never played it. Because in my mind, when I sit there for that long, effectively abusing re-roll mechanics, and can't get what I want, there's a functional issue that is going to hurt me down the line. Okay, so can I see details drop rate? I want to actually look at what they've done with the gacha in this. Okay, important notes. Okay, I'm not seeing anything about Eternal Arms on here, and honestly, I think that's probably for the better. All right. So the URs, okay, only certain URs come with pilots too. Okay. Actually, are there any in here I really want? Striker Cuss. Okay, new Sazabi. I could go with a Sazabi or a Freedom. Okay, could go with Ariel as well. All right, interesting option. Now, let's see what we get. So this is going to be my free tenor, and I'm assuming this is my, yeah, this is my guaranteed UR roll. So let's see what we get from this. And, oh, it's repullable. I actually get to keep going until I'm a happy little camper. All right, sure. Yeah, commence the op. Let's see what we got. I'm very curious as to full animation for this. All right. Here. Hey Shane, sorry, I'm only half paying attention to chat right now. I'm quite enamored with checking this game out. Oh, and it comes with a pilot, okay. SSR Dove and Wolf. Alright, what's my UR? Huh. Out of all the series that are in this UR pool, I'll say, entertainingly enough, this is probably the only one I did not recognize off the rip. Alright, let's repull. Don't ask again. I'm probably going to be re-rolling a bit. I want to know, can I get 2 URs in this roll? Is it possible to do? Probably. We'll find out. Oh, okay, so that's how you know that there's an SSR then, I'm reckoning, is that background coloring that's going on. Because that in that last one, yeah, and there's the UR box. Because in that last one, I didn't have that, and one of the boxes changed. Okay. Yeah! Okay. That suit looks so weird. The Sword Calamity. Oh, we got MSV in here too. Okay. Okay. Oh, I wonder if that means I can get the Strike Noir OG. Is that Sazabi? Ooh. Oh, I really want to keep this because the Sazabi and the Sword Calamity. Oh, man. Damn. I can reroll as many times as I want though, so I'm gonna do a few more just to see what if it's possible to get double PRs. You know what? Start hitting the skipper on this. 8 MS. Oh, okay. This is an interesting pool of suits, honestly. Which, oh, is Ariel? Ooh. Now it's really a question of what suit do I want to start with? It'll most likely end up being the Freedom, just because I do love my Gundam Seed. Oh. Good old Gramps. Huh. Huh. This is probably going to be hard-coded to 1UR, which is a shame, honestly. OG Gundam again, Sazabi. Okay. You know what? I'll go for the Freedom. We'll roll until I get that, and then we'll actually progress. Ooh, the crossbow. It's an interesting pool of starting units, honestly. Cold Lucia again. Although I will say that was a different animation than normal, the atmosphere entry. Which is interesting. Mobile suit got katana. Okay, I don't recognize this. A striker custom. Okay. Exposed to something new. There's the aerial again. I really wish that I could just pick my starting suit, because this is exactly what I wanted to avoid. But here we are. 8 MS. Is this the same one? Yeah, it is. Okay, I just didn't recognize the silhouette. Alright, repull. Crossbone. Okay. And just keep re-rolling. Ah, okay, there's the atmospheric entry again. Okay. Now, I'm curious, like, is it alternate? Can I get the rainbow text or get the atmospheric entry for the guaranteed UR? I think that's what that means. Narrative. Whoa. Okay, my phone's having a bit of issue with this one. Whoa, boy. Oh, man, what is causing that? Narrative Apex. That's cool. I want the freedom, though. Wait, what? Right. All right. What do we got got this time? Double O. Exia. All right. Okay, I keep seeing this. What are you? Beginning. Okay. What do we got? I guess it's IBO? Yeah. Okay, Barbados. Or Barbatos. That's what, 6th form with the funny claw? Yeah. Let's see, if it was Lupus Rex, I'd keep it in a heartbeat, because Lupus Rex is a really cool design. Very, very nice. But unfortunately, just basic Barb, I think the only 2 I haven't obtained in this reroll yet is the Freedom and the Phoenix. I think I've got everything else on the list. Wild. Okay, I'm skipping that because I don't want my phone to lag. How many times will I need to re-roll just to get my freedom? Oh. Raziel, eh? Huh. That comes with the pilot, too. At least I'm assuming that's what the little picture in the corner means, is that comes with the pilot. There we go. Finally. Alright. What else did I get with that? Alright. Ooh. Zeta. Okay, cool. Take it. Yeah. Give. Okay. Now I have a whole bunch of crystals, and I don't know if I want to sit on them and wait. SSR or higher? What's the actual rate on that? A 4% chance, eh? Oh yeah, sure. The heck with it, let's go. Probably just gonna be 2 SSRs, but you never know. It's alright. Memory of Eden. It's a Gundam Age thing. Okay, cool. And then my last ticket. And then let's start actually checking things out. Because I kind of want to poke around the dev menu and I want to check stuff out. Because unfortunately I never really got to look at these earlier. Wait, what are you? You look kind of familiar. And that'd be why you look kind of familiar. The Rising for okay. 2 variants. This is just going to be the launch pool, right? Yeah. Oh, I never got the new Gundam. That. Oh, Unicorn and New were the 2 I didn't get in that starting banner, but I got. Oh yeah, and obviously Phoenix. Okay. Well, let's make a quick dive into menus here, because I want to see if I can speed up the FPS on this. Cool. Okay, good enough. Now, develop. So you need to progress and complete maps to unlock new diagrams. Okay. Well, I know the seed suits primarily. All right. Wait, is that M? Okay, no, it's not. For a second, I thought they were going to be like, oh yeah, here's Red Frame. It's like, wait, but you don't belong here. Is that Perfect Strike? Yeah. Okay. Oh, we get meteor units in this? Oh, nasty. And then we have 2 unknowns that are future updates. Okay. Oh, these the druggy suits? Yeah. I knew I recognized the Forbidden Sight. Okay. Daggers. Okay. Wait, Forbidden and Calamity. Okay. Very interesting. And then the Zaf tree, that's going to be the Justice Meteor. That's what, Providence, I believe? Yeah. Oh, the Legao. Okay. Alright. Anything need an IBO that I recognize? Oh, so much of this is locked out. Damn. That's a shame. Okay. Interesting. Alright, let's grab these mission completions and then progress in the story a little bit to see what damage we can get up to. So I need to clear up to stage 3 of mobile, upgrade, and do tactical training. Okay. Well, you're my current highest rarity unit, which means you get all of the investments, because that's literally just how these games always go. Yippee-ki-yay. Wow. Okay, that's kind of a wild bonus at 45. 15% attack increase? Damn. Okay. Ooh. Alright, neat little bonuses. Now. Okay, so that's information. Favorite of some kind. Do duplicates do anything? Because I'm not seeing anything on here. Okay. Do pilot dupes not actually matter for a change? I guess my next question then. Do mobile suit duplicates matter? Yeah, okay, there it is. And then I guess my next question is, are there any abilities locked behind duplicates? Can I farm these? Battle shop. Okay. Not ideal. I know some games that allow you to farm fragments to upgrade units and stuff. Immediately goes to seed content. Hey, shut up, Aaron. I'm enjoying just taking it slow, and of course it's gonna be seed. Alright, so more of a beefy type character with defense and support related things, at least based on first glance. Okay. I gotta clear stage 14, player rank 10. Alright. Oh, let's claim another thing here. Alright, stage. I'll do that later. I want to do the main stage stuff a little bit here. I don't have too much time to play today because still work tomorrow. But oh, I can see what dev die. Ah. Okay. Okay. Very interesting. So there's benefit stack. Okay. And after, okay. You can skip. It's a, I guess, a limited skip. Oh, and they just cram a bunch of starters down, eh? You know what? No, I want to go to free squad and hit that button. Yeah. I find it interesting that these suits got swapped around. I want you in your SIG suit. Okay. And that's the only supporter I have. Oh, okay, and it benefits. Okay. Cool. Well, let's play. There's an opening. All right. Duplicates give stats, max limit. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of reading from this, is it doesn't actually seem to be like, oh yeah, you can only unlock this ability of the suit if you have X amount of dupes, which is really nice that they've locked it to just numbers, because whatever, you can make that up in other ways. But once they start locking abilities and stuff, man, that's not fun. Hell yeah, brother, let's go. And I'm assuming it didn't play a cutscene because that's not exactly a normal sized enemy. Oh, is that the signature? Okay. I feel like this is trivializing the map a little bit. Who's you next? Now, why are there no voices? Is it because I have it in English? Do I need to change the language settings to Japanese for voice lines, or are there no voiced lines in this? No, there are voice. I'm just not hearing them. I think she specifically is bugged. Of course. I use Kira and I attack the one enemy that I can't actually cutscene on, so I don't get to hear the voices. I use his AoE, so again, I don't get to hear the voices. Then I use the one bugged character. So here's me thinking there's no voices. Gotta love it. I don't recall if I heard them during the fights with Amuro now, though. Okay, let's see. Do I have a pilot that's not going to be wigging out? I'm going to assume this guy has a working voice line. Yeah, okay. I just didn't remember hearing any of Amuro's or stuff. All right. So I just belong in the loony bin. I got you. Alright. I do have an auto button available. Does it actually function? It does. I almost wish there was like a rewind function now so I could see how efficient that the auto actually like would be compared to actions I take. We'll find out on the next map now that I know the Freedom has this massive AoE nuke. Almost one-tapped on G's. So what I'm finding interesting, seeing the animations lag when they're trying to do the cutscene attacks, tells me that they're not using like a pre-rendered video file, but they seem to be doing it in engine live, which is really nice. On one, you know, obviously it's going to take a lot less space on your machine without a bunch of pre-rendered special attacks. And at the same time, it gives them a lot more, how to put it, control, I guess, over how the cutscenes look, because any modifications that they make to the game engine reflect in them. So when we see like a new unit get announced and we see the cutscene attack, we know that's exactly what the quality for the rest of the machine is going to look like. It's not like oh, maybe it'll be different when it gets in the game. No, this is available to... Does this add new characters in general to the scouting pool? Oh my. I mean, you pretty much just have to rush through the story mode content. Jeez. Okay. Oh, okay, this is what they meant by scout. Okay, so it is just recycling the system from the other generation games. Okay. I'm playing a mobile game. I thought it was going to be like, oh, you have to go to the gacha to scout them. And it's like, oh, no. I just getting some fake Grand Order story lock servant vibes here. What's the highest rarity these pilots go up to? SR... Diarca. SR is the highest it goes up to? Okay. Why is this diamond still here? I did what I was supposed to do, didn't I? Whatever. Okay. You level up by playing or by dumping XP into them? Alright. SSR and UR pilots come in the gacha. Okay. So you can get the basic pilots to just kind of fill the lines up while you gacha in the meantime. Okay. Normally, I'd be like, man, let's dump all this currency into the gacha. But I don't know if I want to, just because there's really... The chance of getting what I want is... Actually, before I say anything, what are the carryover numbers? I don't know. They don't have any information here about carryover. And that's concerning. Okay. There's no information about whether or not exchange points carry over. Oh, that's not good. You get a poly as a freebie when you start Z. Alright. You know what? Screw it. Let's do 3 multis. We'll just flesh out my my character stash a little bit. I don't expect to actually get any URs, and then that happens. Now, I don't know if that actually guarantees UR or not, because I only saw it in context of the beginning roll, which guarantees it. So I guess we'll find out here. Maybe that just guarantees something specific? D Gundam first. The big Rang. Gundam Raziel. You're looking a little angry there, Grave. Calm down. Turn A. Hey, that's cool. Dupe of the Guaz. Okay. Okay, so I don't know what the burning atmosphere means. Unless it's possible to not get a single SSR in a roll, in which case, okay. But man, that'd be cool. Yeah, no, you're right, Aaron. When they add Lacus, I'm in trouble. Javelin. Watch. Ah, Sky Grasper. The Ashimar. Age 1. Alright. Alright, and last multi. And then back to the game. Oh, is that the UR, one of the UR triggers? Well, I saw something. Okay. Well, let's see what we get. Oh, are those supporters? Okay. Okay. That means I believe I got one more supporter in the batch? Yeah, I did. Alright, cool. Alright, dope. Okay, and I'm assuming it's gonna be the same as all the other crap. Level you up. Bada bing. Why does the ultimate have 2 entries on here? That's kind of wild. All right. Ooh, and the shop's lit up. I wonder what that's for. All right, what do we got in the shop? So this is... Okay. How does one get GP? Okay. So these are going to be the add-ons. The premium shop. Oh. A free pack. Don't mind if I do. Alright. Now, rare metal shop. I really wish they had a descriptor on where I'm getting these from. 5,000 for... Okay. What are your prices? Oh, these are start dash. I don't give a shite about those. So how many diamonds I get? 20. Is that's going to be localized. Okay. So it's pretty much priced the same as most other games. All right. Let's do another sortie. Why not reset your account? 1 UR is bad. Got 6 UR plus 1 UR support Archangel. So, I think the best way to put it, Vian, is I don't care about an optimal start when it comes to mobile games. I've played enough of them at this point to recognize that even if you work extremely hard in making sure that your launch is the best that it can be, you have the best units, the best setups, everything, it ultimately doesn't matter for potentially 2 reasons. It could be one, could be both. Power creep, typically the first banner that gets added after the launch is something that entices players to use all their saved currency from launch, or to entice players that wailed at the start to get the strongest start they could with duplicates to spend money. And 2, typically the content in these games, unless there is a dedicated PvP mode that requires you to have those kinds of setups and arrangements, there's just no point. And I would prefer playing the game and enjoying it than spending 6-7 hours in reroll hell trying to get the perfect account. And I'm not going to throw shade at people that do that, because if that's how you enjoy the game, that's how you enjoy the game. For me personally, though, I find that just playing the game is the best way to go about things. If possible, I will try to secure at least one character or unit or something I really enjoy, just to keep my interest active in the game. I think the most recent example of me breaking this, just play the game, was with Wuthering Waves. If any of you guys have played that. Where I went out of my way to make sure I got my hands on Verena as my starting, one of my starting characters, because she's kind of that, like, at launch, the quintessential support, buffed your entire team, buffed all elements, everything. And it was just one of those, I can get it without really going out of my way because of the guaranteed pick ticket we had and everything else. It was one of the few times I've actually chased the meta. But for Fate Grand Order, I just picked whatever. My first SR was Saber Alter when her banner first came up in the JP server, and my first SSR, I was Sky, I think. I'd have to double check my account, but you know, just even not in Grand Blue, just kind of stop chasing meta after a while. There's just no point. All right. Now I do want to change you up for the new funny. Awesome. Now, you know what? We'll just go with this. I don't care if I'm getting the ideal boost from my team comp. I'll worry about that later once I actually start crafting suits. Then I'll start looking at more of the stuff supported by the by that ship. I do that. These SSR units are weak. So, from what I've heard from some of my other friends that have played this, the SSR units at maximum uncap are actually really good. Granted, they'll never match up to an SS or a UR fully uncapped or anything, but typically you're going to get one copy of UR, and apparently just numbers-wise, SSR units, if you invest into them, can outshine UR units. Now, of course, that only holds true for launch. It's probably not going to hold true very long after, if the way these games work is any sign of it. But okay, so the AI is not nearly as smart as I was hoping it was. It's not bad, but the auto is definitely on the brute force side more than intelligence side. That's fine. But yeah, I don't know. I would say, honestly, like, until I run into content that actually stonewalls me, I just don't see a point of worrying about min-maxing. Now, of course, I could play this for 4, 5, 6 hours, you know, play a bunch tomorrow, and then hit a hard wall. And at that point, it's like, maybe I'll re-roll if I have to. But overwhelmingly, I don't know, I've never found that you're gonna hit a hard wall, especially on launch. They want to keep you locked in. And I'd rather save what I can for follow-ups, for just better power creep stuff, because it's inevitable. You will soon. And again, we'll cross that bridge when I get there. If anything, it may require me to play by hand instead of just AFK slamming my face into this with the auto mode. Because while I love my auto modes in games, I do recognize they're not always the best. And that's fine. Honestly, I feel like if you can beat an entire game on auto without ever having to think, that's not good. Now, if you have to work your way there, you know, like, this game gave me auto super early, and if I never had to actively play again and could just auto through everything, that's not good. But Grand Blue Fantasy has a full auto mode, but you have to work. You have to get your grid set up. You have to get your characters built up. And then once you have all of these things, then you can press the full auto button and clear content without having to actively play the game. That's earned. I feel like that's like a good use of it. But it's very rare for a game to just give you what you need off the rip and never have to play again, because that's not how you make people want to stay around with your game, unless that's a very it's like a whole subgenre of games that play into that, the idle genre, where you'd never play. Oh, you letting me make this? Well, let's see what happens. Let's craft you. Ah, I need one more development piece. Okay. Now, considering what I saw with the beginner missions, I can actually uncap this suit all the way up to, like, top. Maybe just throwing a little bit of XP into it may not be a terrible idea. We'll just push you up to 15 for now. Okay, that should be sufficient to just kind of steamroll stuff. Hard mode is 60cc and up, and that's after you beat story chapters. That's why, yeah, I know, smart. So, if I can AFK through the story mode, and then it's the other content in the game that stonewalls me, I'm perfectly fine with that. One of my biggest gripes with Fate Grand Order is how difficult they have made the story content. I understand why, but I don't like it. Because for some players that aren't very good at the game, it will effectively lock them out from progression. And it's not just story progression, but they've also started locking events behind later story content. So people that just aren't good at the game, they don't spend a ton of time playing it, what have you, all of a sudden, they're not going to be able to progress story. They can't play events, which give, you know, limited event characters and stuff like that. And while the event characters typically aren't great, it's more just the principle of the thing, right? So if a game's story mode is easily clearable, I don't have any problem with that. I almost want the post-story content to be difficult and require you to think, because honestly, it's a strategy game first and foremost. It should be doing that. It should be challenging you, and it should be engaging you where it can. If a game is too easy, is it really a strategy game? And honestly, that's one of the gripes I have with Honkai Star Rail, is it looks like a turn-based RPG, it smells like a turn-based RPG, but the way that they've designed it as brain off, there's really no RPG left. It doesn't have the hallmarks of a good turn-based fighter. It's just not, it's not engaging anymore. Right? I dropped it a long time ago, mind you, because I started feeling that burnout a lot earlier. But oh, good job. Bye, Rumba. You have to find a way to balance difficulty with everything else. I love Wuthering Waves because it keeps me engaged. It stays just difficult enough that I don't find myself steamrolling all of the content, but not so difficult that I feel dissuaded from trying to progress further. It's not like Dark Souls, where, you know, you walk around a corner and you're just immediately guillotined and that's it, you're dead, you know, back you go. Again, I understand why people can enjoy that, but it's not my personal favorite. So I'm playing this, I'm having a really easy time so far in the story, steamrolling things. And while it is comfortable, I do hope it eventually gets harder, but hopefully after the story. But, you know, again, that's why I do these impression things. I like trying stuff, especially blind. It's nice trying things blind and being able to just kind of be authentic with it, because that's what I want with this. Like I said earlier, I want this to be good. I was waiting for this for so long, to give me that strategy game on the go, to give me that, you know, pick up and put down that I wasn't really able to enjoy with other generation titles. I'm really hoping this scratches the itch. Some story you can't auto. Among Gundam Seed and the AI units kill. Yeah, again, we'll see when I get there. Best case scenario, the story is a little difficult and I have to think a bit. Worst case, I can breeze through the story mode, and then the post-story content requires me to actually play. Honestly, I don't care. As long as I have to engage with the game at some point, I'm a happy I'll enjoy it. I'll have fun. That's the point. It's a strategy game. I don't know if you guys played this, but Alchemist Code. It was a not quite a flash in the pan game, but popularity-wise it was. But it played a lot like the Disgaea games, and I had so much fun. Unfortunately, it became very greedy, and the PvP was miserable. But that scratched that strategy itch that I had, and I enjoyed it. And I've been looking for something to kind of fill the void, you know, pick up and play, have fun. and quick burst kind of gameplay. All right, Ramba got. He got. Good job. Gun Tank Go Burr. Whoever played Super Robot Wars will love this. It's more broad than that, though. Because while Super Robot Wars is good, it is just one game in that entire genre. And I feel like... how to best put this? Super Robot Wars is fun. And I do have fun with it, and I enjoy it. And there's a lot of really cool exposure to series that I may not have otherwise been interested in. But at the same time, it can be a little overwhelming when you're locked into a story chapter for 3, 4, 5 hours for a franchise that, while you're interested in it, doesn't really hold much appeal. And while Super Robot Wars does bring a lot to the table series-wise, I do enjoy the Gundam theming a lot more. So, I don't know. Super Robot Wars, it's nice. It's just one of the many tactical / strategy games with a different skin on it. I'd say almost anyone that enjoys Fire Emblem would probably enjoy this if they have any interest in, you know, Gundams or Mecha, or maybe they want to see if they have an interest in it. People that enjoy Disgaea might also enjoy this. It's a lot less, what's the word? Interactive, I guess is the way I'd phrase it. A lot less interactive than Disgaea, but, you know, still has the same effective kind of cliff notes on how the game functions. Man, you are just chaining kills. Team's an absolute menace. Damn. Yeah. People that like Super Robot Wars will most likely enjoy this, but I think it has a much broader reach than that, and just narrowing it down to just Super Robot Wars is kind of reductive. I think there's a lot to be had with these types of games. Burning is my #1. Hope I pull Freedom. Freedom's nice. I'm looking forward more to like the more exotic Gundam Seed suits, because while it's nice having the freedom and the justice and, like, you know, kind of the bog standard suits, I enjoy the weirder ones. Okay, weirder's not the right word. The less spotlighted ones, right? I love the Buster. All right, I love the way that it can combine its cannons in 2 different ways to do different things. I love the general profile of the assault, the dual assault shroud. I love the way that that suit looks. I love the Forbidden. I like the way that it just brought this really unique technology, that the deflecting shield, right? That was cool, right? When that was first unveiled, that was like, actually, oh, we can do that? That's kind of dope. I thought we could just block these things, but now we can bend them? All right, dope. Right, you had all these interesting suits. Outside of that, you had all the MSV stuff, right? Like, you had the Sword Calamity, you had the Strike Noir, you had the Buster Verd, right? It's just all these cool extra things that were in Gundam Seed that never really got the spotlight. I'm really hoping that they throw them all in, because it's not like it's going to be hard. They can rip most of the data from their other generation titles for this, at least to my understanding. I'm not a big fan of the unicorn. And I mean that more like just kind of as an entire series. I didn't like Rico and G, and I didn't like Unicorn very much. And I can't quite put my finger on why I wasn't a big fan of Unicorn. This kind of has like all the things I enjoy. I love the cockpit designs, the Kshatriyas in there. But I don't know. Maybe it's just the main character didn't click for me or something. Banaj or Lynx. Don't know.
無駄無駄逃がすかよさせるもんか甘いんだよ
I will say the sound effects in this are really nice. Now, to be fair, they've been able to really hammer those out over the last, decade and a half. But even just listening through on the headphones, it feels like there's a lot of weight behind all of the SFX. They don't feel hollow, and I appreciate that. That's always nice. Yes, the beginning burst of AP so that you never stop. I like the obscure but cool suit so far. Yeah, that was such a weird I never recognized that. I saw it, I'm like, you're the only one I don't know. What are you? It's so neat. Like, I don't want them to only do like the obscure suits, but I really like when there's that healthy balance of here's all of these suits you've seen in 30 games in the last decade, but here's like 100 suits that you haven't seen in like 30 years. I bring it up a lot, but my favorite Gundam game that I've played, and I even brought this up when we had that Gundam Breaker mobile meetup in LA that Bandai sponsored. Alliance vs. ZAF 2 Plus is my favorite Gundam game that I've ever played. And there's definitely a lot of Gundam Seed bias involved in that one. But the mobile suit selection in a couch fighter was just amazing, right? You could play the Bakus, you could play the Sky Graspers, you could play the Daggers, you could play the Wyndhams, you could play the fucking Jins. You had all your actual spotlight suits, right? You had the Strike, the Freedom, the Strike Rouge. You had the Aegis, the Blitz, right? You had and they all were unique in their own way and how they functioned and did things. I just found it really cool that they had all of these available suits, and I really just want that more often in my Gundam games. I don't mind when they're littered to the brim with spotlight suits, because there's going to be some I enjoy using and some I can recognize off the bat, but I feel like having that, like GBM did a great job of that too, where they would add in these really, really obscure mobile suits that you've never seen before, or showed up in some art book from, like 20 years ago. And I just think that it's just really nice to be able to see those things, because it's a shame that some really, really good designs have been kind of brushed off to the wayside when it comes to the gaming side of things. They will bring back all its Bandai. That's not entirely true. Bandai, they don't bring everything. They have a lot of stuff that I, from a non-developer perspective, see and I go, why is this not in the other games when it's already here? Like, I played Gundam Battle Operation 2 for quite a bit with my friends until the network issues just drove us off. During that time, a lot of the things I saw was like, why are they not just bringing over the 3D models and animations from these other games? Because, like, it seems like it would work. Granted, they're different engines, so there'd be some work involved in kind of fixing them all up and things, but I don't know. It always feels like they could do so much more, but there's obviously going to be a lot of overhead with it. And expecting everything is kind of crazy, even in this, right? Where I look at these models, I see the sprites, I see the animations, I'm like, man, we've seen this before in other games. Why do we not have the entire cast from the previous generation games in here, right? They seem compatible, but they might not be. And that means that there's a lot of work ahead of them to kind of port everything over. And, you know, we just kind of gotta put up with that. Man, my phone's getting kind of hot. The game freeze? I hope not. That would suck. I still have a lot of battery on here. Game? All right, I guess I'm doing a quick relaunch then, because it seems it has decided to die. All right, back in we go. Yeah, sure. Oh, yeah, right, of course. Hold on. There we go. Why is my mouse not synced up with my phone screen? Oh yeah. For anybody curious, I am actually actively playing the game on my phone. That's why there's the cable running to... Oh, didn't mean to hit my mic. Running to my computer. But I'm using a kind of like a pass-through streaming thing to actually get it on my computer, which allows me to use my mouse, which I have found so convenient when it comes to playing games on my phone for extended periods of time. Now, it looks like I do have to re-auto on this map because for whatever cursed reason, it has wiped all of my progress in black screen down. Shame. What time is it? 8:15? Yeah, okay. Another like 40-ish minutes or so, and I'll probably call it there. Because, yeah, like I said, I do have work tomorrow, unfortunately. But I feel like, you know, 2 hours is more than sufficient to kind of figure out whether or not I'll stick with this game or not. So far, I'm not seeing anything terribly negative with it. I'll probably have to do kind of like a follow-up in 2-3 weeks, maybe a month. Because right now, right, we're in that honeymoon phase. Tons of stamina to play the game, tons of resources because you have all these missions and stuff you're finishing, the super generous launch rewards. So I think it's really going to be a case of I'm having a great time with this right now, but we'll find out if that holds over time, because that's the important one. All right. Now I should get that weird cutscene thing, or is it going to skip that? Huh, okay, it skipped the broken cutscene this time. Interesting. Upgrade stages. Aha. So what's this event anyways? Tactical training. Oh, okay, that's the beginner mission thing, so I'll have to do that eventually. I'm gonna say the mobile suits are pretty important, but I'll have to do all of these at some... Oh, I need 30k. Yeah, it's a little beyond me right now. We'll progress a little further here. Yeah, I'm just above that, what you should be limit for the, you know, let's dump more into the freedom, shall we? Yes! Unlimited power! We'll pump you up to 30. Alright. Oh, yeah, right. He has that level 30 skill, and the next one's at 45. Alright. Battle start. Very interesting enemy unit lineup here. Yeah, these cutscene attack animations are comfortable. Surprised it didn't try to just AoE a bunch of them. But I guess that's the funny AI in action. But old Slider. They have a lot to say. Truly the hero unit of the map. Now, do we get experience for all of the suits that our buddy kills, or is the experience determined based on the stage we Huh. I guess my big question is going to be the future mobile suits that they add into this game. What kind of shenanigans are we going to see? Because, like, what's going to drive us to want to roll when we already have the development tab? I guess it'll be, like, very specific special suits locked out into the gacha. Which will be a shame, honestly. I should actually double check the development tab here because I've done some work. All right, I can develop this. Sweet. Yeah, let's get the Gundam. Now, what do I need for you? You need to be level 30, and then I need the journals, which I can get in hard stages. All right. All right, let's make a funny little Xant. What do I need for the Goofy? If I level you up to 5. Alright, let's go on a little bit of an upgrading spree here. Let's get some better suits. Good old Goofy. That's what, Gian or something? Yeah. Now, I could upgrade to you. And that lets me work towards the EOS. Oh, I think that's telling me I can just make you? Yeah, okay. Give me the Dom! Try stream attack and all that. The Rick Dom. Ooh. Because I'm assuming completing all these development indexes is very important. Yeah, I'm getting stuff as I go through this. Okay, what do I need for you? So I can make the Rick Dom, and I can make you, and then I need to work through the southern tech tree as well. Okay, I can do that. So I'll make the Gian. Upgrade you to 10, develop. Give me my Gilgoog. Alright, 2 out of 3. Almost done the big bad EOS. You make the Gassia, and then you need a whole bunch of miscellaneous mats, eh? Okay. I can work with that. The Dop! Some kind of aerial... Nope, that's a tank. I thought it was a tank at first, so I'm like, it built from the Dop. That's got to be something on the ground, in the air, right? Nope, their tech tree goes from air to ground. I'm not gonna ask questions. What's down? Whoa! What is going on down here? What the fuck? What are you? The Xant? Oh no. Oh no. Oh man, that is gonna be so interesting. Okay, so we got all the big Zap stuff down, or the Xeon stuff down here. Oh man. That's gonna be fun. I'm liking these tech trees a lot. Okay. Okay. So I can craft that, I can build that. And I need to build all of these through, so I may as well do that. I think I should have the money to build all the way up, and then I can just wait for the... Yeah. Now my only concern here is, do I need a copy of these mobile suits in order to build up into these other tech trees? I probably will. So there's going to be a lot of going back and building up smaller stuff. But I must do it. Okay. So if I build 2 of those... Okay. Actually, probably better to just capture act guys, huh? I have their maps already, don't I? Pretty sure I did. Yeah. Okay. You're the higher tier difficulty map. So we'll do my skip. You know what? Sure. I'm here just testing features out anyways. See what we got. That makes sense. Oh, hey, cool. Okay, so you get 3 skips a day per map. Alright. That's a lot of material. You're gonna need the stamina. Another ding. Don't mind if I do. Great. And then back to development. Alright. That got me a significant amount of currency, I believe. I built everything here except you. So I'll build you just to have the 100% in the Federation tab. Because now I'm just locked out needing the journals. Okay. So build a couple of DOPs. I really wish that they could speed this up or allow me to craft multiple at once, but here we are. Make a couple of one ack and 2 acks. All right. Shame I didn't get any as a drop, but c'est la vie. Level you up to 5. Make the ag. Level you up, make the GOG. And then the GOG and the Agai turn into whatever the heck this thing is. I can't remember the name. The Zok. Okay. So I need money. And then I can make him. I need you up to level 10. Okay. 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 So I need 4,500. Okay. And then I just need the development journals. Okay. We're off to the races. I like where this is going. Now, I should probably start putting a little bit of effort into some of these suits here. Let's try to get a baseline going here. Level 30. 30. What else am I? Oh. I'm guessing the heart means they were the first copy, so I'll use you as a limit break base. Yeah. And now I can put more investment into you as you just have a 20% fat boost. Good numbers. Okay. Yeah, I don't have any money. Through no fault of my own, I'm broke. I think make the pilot baseline. No. Yeah. And what's that do? Okay, defense and reaction up. And then you're the only other SSR I got, so I guess you get the rest. Lots of defensive bonuses, okay. And how much supporter experience now? All of these. Alright. Back to main stage. So I'm wondering what this last tree is. Is it just upgrading the ultimate then? No. I'm guessing that then has to do with... I'm going to assume that has to do with getting all of the stars or something to unlock the ultimate blueprint for that series or something. Now, why do you have a star? Is that... Okay, so that's matching the type. Oh, that's why. That guy's in the series squads. That's why he's not automatically assigned here. Okay, that'll do. Skip the story, nerd. All right.
やるしかないの。部活だぞ。当たり。食らいやがれ。
I don't know how you managed to get in. Oh, right, yeah, because we now have the prototype Gundam got upgraded to the Gundam. That's right. It's like, how'd you weasel your way into that? Oh boy. I feel like you're finally going to see some casualties. Actually, what's my lose scenario here?
もうやめろ
Okay, so literally everybody dies, game over. Okay. Ah, captured. Nice. I feel like Armor's about to eat shit. I just got this weird feel. Yep. Although he's a hero unit, so tons of extra numbers. Okay. That's not ominous in any way, shape, or form. Okay. So I feel like I lost points there. Yeah. That's fine. I can always come back later to ace it. Don't need to ace it now. As long as I'm getting the clears for the first time clear bonuses for the money, then we're still fine. I got 65 stamina? Okay. %68 battery and ticking. Oh, it can hold. My phone's gonna be a superheated, sloppy mess after this, but whatever. Ah, it's you. So funny. Now, I do want to manually fire off the Freedom's Big Funny. Don't need that. You know what? So if I go literally just like one unit to the side. Oh, okay, that's why the AI was blowing that. It's because you can only use it before moving. Okay. Alright. Oh, well, whatever. Misclicked. That's fine. Ugh. That's good to know. I thought it was something I could position and use, but no, that explains a lot of what the AI was doing. My main unit should be fine, because they're mostly beefed up. The series units are the ones that are currently a little under-leveled, but over time I can fix that. Nice. All right. Let them duke it out. Oh, it really shouldn't be tanking hits for the hero unit. The hero unit can survive on his own. Worry about everything else. Whoa! That was a lot of damage! And all that's left is to get rid of Shaw. Big fat nuke, damn. Alright. Now I wonder what my rating for that is. Did I get the full 3 stars? I did. Okay. Yeah, that other one was just kind of savage with the positioning of everything. But I can go back once I have some more experience in me and I should be fine. I actually should have enough now to upgrade my mobile suit there that I wanted. I'll do that as well. Develop. Develop the G3. Upgrade G10. And then make this monstrosity. Oh, heck yeah. You know, I really appreciate this development system because it actually makes me feel a little more invested in getting these suits. It's the same feeling from like the other generation games when you develop a unit. You just have a more you just have more interest in the machine versus just like getting it from the gacha, unless it's something you very, very specifically wanted from the gacha. But I don't know, I always feel like whenever I'm crafting something, there's more attachment to it than just kind of getting it. All right, now start working on this southern route. And that's Casval. Okay. Whole bunch of suits. Well, be fun. Now, more completed missions. Don't mind if I do. Yeah, I've kind of been just slamming through these without even coming back to check. And then I just need to do the tactical training. Okay. Now, Space Fortress Baku. All right. Oh, it looks like timing-wise, I'll be able to finish this main campaign up, so that's good. And actually, I believe I got a duplicate for you, did I not? So I should be able, yeah. Juice them. Just a, yeah, that's an insane stat boost. Like, actually insane. Did I get an upgrade for you? I don't think I did, though. No. I've already invested in you. I don't have any dupes of you. That's what I thought. Okay. That should be sufficient. A little extra little extra number pumping before going into the end here. Great. And I think after this, I'll call. Well, after I clear it, I'll call it and go from there. Destroy everything or die. Clear cut.
うまいそここれなら部活だぞいただきさせるもんか
Beautiful. Oh, and another capture. All right, cool. Oh, I think the can's gonna. Oh no, just survives.
お願い当たって
東は千そうだ
And then all that's left is that one. Okay. Excellent. Alright, and I can do a skip as well. Oh, would you look at that? I got exactly the items I needed. I guess that means I can just craft it right now then, huh? Perfect, just as we get to the boss. Xeon, all the way over here. What am I missing? So Gian needs to be 25, Gasha needs to be 25, and I have everything else. What am I? Ah, I need a level 25 Gelgoog. You know what? I'm fine with it being a little upgraded as well. I really just want the EOS. All right, sweet. Now, let's upgrade that a little bit. Level 30. You should be upgraded as well. Alright. Gundam, select, boss. I don't think they keep switching them, but the game auto sort I figure knows better than I do currently, because I haven't read much into the actual specs or anything. Blindly seeing how far auto can take me as a test, and a testament to my laziness. Destroy all enemy units. All right.
悪狼に出会って生き延びた者はいない。終わりだ。
うまい。そこ。
逃がすかよ。
Now, where's the freedom position in all of this, I wonder? Ah! And so goes the murder hobo.
Yes.
いただき。当たれ。やるしかない。
Well, that warship just evaporated. Damn. Although that mobile suit looking in danger right now. He's kind of surrounded. Yeah. Alright. And that's one of mine. Just means I gotta work on upgrading more. But that comes with just playing the game and getting more experience, items, and money. I think as far as like a mobile Gundam game goes, this does pretty much scratch that itch that I was looking for. It plays exactly like I expect a Generations game to play. It has the mobile suit selection that I'm looking for. It really does just come down to how good does it feel after playing it for a while. Because that's going to be the big one. Alright. And that is the boss. And I believe enough units died for me to not get max score on this. Yeah. If one more unit has survived. Eternal Road. Mobile suit dock, weapon upgrade. Hey, Sean. Yeah, so funny enough, I did actually stream some Tales of Graces a while back with the Steam release, but for whatever reason, YouTube decided to not actually like capture the stream, so all of it ended up going into the void, and I'm really not happy with that, but it is what it is. But yeah, I've been waiting for this for a while. I really did want to stream it and talk about it and play it, so that's why I'm here. And I do plan on trying to pick up the YouTube channel again and start doing more content. Just yeah, life kind of got busy for a while for me, and now that things are finally starting to slow down just a little bit, yeah. Create my very own dock, eh? Okay. Oh, is this just some kind of like display? Yeah, okay, some kind of display board. Give me. Alright. And we have more things in here that I don't want to buy. Okay, so what is Eternal Road? Okay, and I guess this is... Okay, this is our frog content, the actual difficult stuff. Okay. No. I don't like it when games do that. When you do something and they start trying to bait you into spending money by going limited time offer X% value or whatever kind of stuff. That's ugh. All right, let's do my skips on these. I have a bunch of stamina. Oh, I captured 2. Nice. Captured 2 more. And yes, I am just burning all of my stamina. Okay, perfect. No level up or anything. Oh, no, I leveled up. Damn it. Keep going. Keep burning it. Character request. Oh, you're gonna hard lock me into this, aren't you? Yeah. Alright, so what are your requests? Okay, so these are like daily missions. Okay.
戦いとは2手3手
Oh, okay. Give him a mobile suit, get a whole bunch of stuff. Okay. Straightforward enough. And they refresh once a day. Yeah, I know. I didn't want to poof, but just literally, to put it bluntly, shit happened. That's all it comes down to. New Gundam mobile game. Yeah. This just released. This is the Generations style of game. If you've ever played any of the Gundam Generations, the strategy or Super Robot Wars, it's that on mobile. I have a couple of gripes with it. Mainly that when I go and try to read into the gacha systems, there doesn't seem to be any kind of a carryover. So should you roll, like if I pop in there now, I have 30 exchange points here for this banner, and let's say a new banner starts and this one disappears, there is no guarantee that those numbers carry over into the next banner. So typically with gacha games, you'll have pity and pity carryover. This uses exchange points as its pity. So once you've rolled enough times, in this case, you've done 200 total draws from the gacha, you can just pick whatever you want from this pool of units. And then when this banner ends and the next banner comes up, obviously there's different suits in there. Most games will have that pity carry over in between banners. So if I rolled 150 times on here and then the next banner came in, I'd have 150 carrying over into that. And it's a good system because it makes players more, I guess, amenable to the whole concept of just kind of rolling on the gacha. Because if I try for, let's say, the Phoenix Gundam here and I really want it, but I don't have enough currency to guarantee it, I know that should I fail in getting the unit, the next banner that comes along, more or less guaranteed that, or the next one that I want. So it's kind of like a confidence thing for players so that they know that any rolls they put on this banner aren't wasted, so to speak. The fact that there's no carryover is concerning. However, I think this is just the standard banner. This is just the standard SSR banner that's going to be here for the entirety of the game, so the exchange points will never truly expire as they were. Once a new banner gets added in the game, that's when we'll actually know what's going on, because we'll see right then and there, do our points carry over? Is the premium unit assembly just this permanent thing? New gachas or new pools that get added in, do that have the carryover? We'll know right away. I just don't like it's not clear. That's my gripe with it. Yeah. On one hand, nice to have all on mobile, on the other gacha. Yeah, that's kind of the pickle. From what I've heard from people, though, the SSR mobile suits, so things that you don't have to gacha for, things that you can make in the develop tab, if you craft multiple of them and fully uncap the develop mobile suits, their numbers are equivalent to one of the UR mobile suits, of course, before uncapping the URs, because these are the pinnacle number wise. But it means that if you don't want to wail on the gacha, or your luck is bad or whatever, you do have an alternative path to making mobile suits to clear the content. You'll obviously never be as powerful as someone that just rolls on the gacha all day every day, but it gives an alternative to players that don't want to or can't, and I do appreciate that. That's always my gripe with a gacha, is when they put all the good characters behind gacha and they leave all the shitty things just kind of there, always available, but like you'll never really progress far unless you start interacting with the gacha or paying. That just straight turns me off. So far, this looks pretty good as far as systems go. So, but yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up. Overall impressions, pretty much exactly what I expected from the game. Mechanically, it seems solid. The AI isn't terrible. The improvement systems are there. Obviously, it suffers from downsides. It's a gacha game, so it has stamina, so you can't just sit here and grind your levels all day and then clear content at pace. You are going to have to slow it down. You are going to have to play within the constraints of the stamina system. We have the whole like post-game point scoring system for whether or not you can just repeat a stage for free. Oh, not free, but repeat a stage rapidly. Very heavily dependent on you having more than enough power to just kind of steamroll the content if you're using the AI. Overall, though, it's good. I'm enjoying it. Like I said, I'll do probably a follow-up in a few weeks from now to see if I'm still enamored with it and playing it. It's just, it has an uphill battle because it took so long for this game to release, because it's been, what, 3 years, 2 years, 3 years since this game was announced. I've picked up Wuthering Waves. I'm still playing Fate Grand Order. I'm still playing Grand Blue Fantasy. I've picked up Pokemon Pocket. I've been playing more like Helldivers with the guys. Like, really, it just kind of comes down to and starting a new Baldur's Gate campaign. I'm really happy this finally released. I just think it took them a little too long for me to immediately slot this into kind of a daily driver game. This is going to have to do really, really well for me. This game is going to have to pull some serious weight for me to want to keep playing it, just because in the time it has taken since announcement to now, so many amazing games have been released, so many amazing games have been announced, and my time is a lot more limited now than it was 3 years ago. So I'm really hoping it succeeds. I'm desperately hoping we don't get another Crestoria. I'm hoping that it lives longer than GBM. I know that there's not a lot of, you know, Gundam Mobile brand strength after the Line Wars clone that came out last year. And after GBM closed, and that was kind of the successor to it. But yeah, so far it looks good. Plays well, exactly what I expected. I really hope it does well. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap up, guys. I'll see what I can do about streaming, maybe tomorrow, maybe on Sunday. I'm busy most of Saturday, so unfortunately that's off the table. But yeah, it was nice kind of getting back and doing this again. So sorry for taking so long to show my mug. Peace out, guys, and see you in the next one.